In the heart of South Asia lies a country that pulses with life, yet remains a mystery to most of the world. A land where nearly 180 million people thrive in one of the most densely populated places on earth, and where chaos and beauty collide in equal measure. It's a place few choose to visit, yet it holds something extraordinary. A raw, unfiltered energy that's almost impossible to ignore. Navigating incredibly crowded streets and being in the middle of the chaos, experiencing the mixture of sights, smells, and sounds would probably overwhelm most people. But if you dare to visit this country, what awaits is a story unlike any other. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bangladesh. But first, we had to get there somehow, so we took a flight to the capital, Dhaka. While landing and looking out the window, I saw thousands of houses stretching endlessly below, in a haze that marks one of the most polluted cities on earth, a strange, almost surreal sight. And before we knew it, we had touched down in Bangladesh.
Air India is pleased to announce an on-time arrival in Dhaka. The local time is 1:45 p.m. and the outside temperature is 24 degrees Celsius.
Welcome to Dhaka, Bangladesh. As you can hear the traffic, there's incredible noise, and we will now have a few days to explore this place. And the reason why I'm wearing this is because the air pollution is so bad that if you breathe this air, it's an equivalent of smoking 6 to 10 cigarettes a day. So we will now have a few days to explore, and I am super looking forward to it. Like a few months ago, last summer, there was a big revolution where people went out in the streets. I don't know if you've heard about that, and it resulted in the highest politicians escaping. And since then, Bangladesh doesn't have an official government, but now the situation is stabilized, and like everywhere you go, you can see some murals of it. 36th July, because it happened on 5th of August. So this is why they call it like this. Now, as we are getting closer to the center, the amount of people just crazy. Like this traffic basically doesn't move at all. So, like, I've been to quite a few places in the world, but I think I've never seen a traffic like here in Dhaka. Like, this really is just completely nuts. Like, this road, that road, like people just everywhere, they are stuck. Like, if you would walk, you are faster than driving in a car. And there is a line just for tuk-tuks, which is also completely stuck. I thought I've seen it all, but Dhaka is just another level.
Once it got dark, we headed deeper into Dhaka, and let me tell you, at night it was way more hectic than I ever thought possible.
Now we got to the largest market with fruits, vegetables and fish in the entire Dhaka. It's called Quan Bazaar, and man, this is just madness. Like the amount of people, noises, smells, everything is just insane. Like I really think like this is India on another level. Like this is something. So we've been walking through this market for a while now, and it's just enormous. Like all the vendors selling fruits, vegetables and other stuff, it's just insane. Like half of it is just laying on the ground, people are stepping on it, and it's incredible. But the thing is here that there's never a lack of customers. Like every single vendor has like 10 or 20 people in line wanting to buy their stuff. So because this just illustrates the incredible amount of people that live in Bangladesh. Well, let's continue walking now and see what else we can witness. And you can find here not only the fresh vegetables, but also these ladies, they are selling leftover vegetables which they found somewhere. So even leftover vegetables people buy here. Right next to the market you can find these train tracks, and they are normally used. The trains go here like every 10 minutes, but in the meantime people just open up their small shops, and in a few moments there should be train coming. So I'm really curious how quickly the people will manage to go away, because they have literally all the stuff on the tracks. There's not enough space, so people have to be everywhere. Okay, now the train is coming. Let's see how it goes.
After the market, we went to the old part of Dhaka. The streets there are so narrow, and the chaos, it's on another level.
Wait, like whenever I feel there cannot be any more people, Bangladesh surprises me once again. Like look at this is just insane.
ওই দিকে যান কেডা বেরে কোন দিকে যাব আপনি যাই রেখে আসেন সেখানে আমার দিকে কেমন দরকার আমি হুন্ডা লেগে খারাপ হইছি ওই যে হুন্ডা বাবা রে প্লিজ দেখেন একটু এমার্জেন্সি রইছে ঝামেলা করেন না অনুরোধ করতে
If you don't have time to go to a dentist, then you can find one here on the street. Yes. Okay. Good, good. So local dentist. Just in Bangladesh. Fine. So I can never get enough of these electric wires. This is just insane. Oh, you are the electrician. And here in Bangladesh, they are still using typewriters to create official documents, and because they are situated this business right next to the court, they are very busy and always writing something for the lawyers.
Take a look at the clothes in your closet. Chances are something you own was made right here in Bangladesh. This country ranks as one of the world's top garment producers. In Dhaka only, you can find thousands of clothing factories, but they are pretty much forbidden or very difficult to visit by outsiders. We, however, were granted a rare chance to step inside one, to see how the people in Bangladesh's clothing industry live and work, and how the stuff we wear every day actually gets made.
And we just got into one of the local factories for making the clothes, and this is kind of a small one, like just maybe 10-20 people working here. They are working every day except Friday, so 6 days a week from 9 a.m. until 2 a.m., which is basically 17 hours and only 2-hour long break. So 15 hours of work each day, 6 days a week, and every day they earn a wage of approximately $10. Even though it's officially illegal to have anyone employed with the age under 18, in reality it's completely normal.
মানে এই জায়গায় করে আর এই কাজ আইছিল 2014 সালে
আপনি স্কুলে গেছেন
জি গেছি
কোন ক্লাসে পড়তেন
4
এই দিয়ে আপনার কোনো স্বপ্ন আছে না জীবনে তো টাকা পয়সা জমাইতে পারলে কি করবেন
কি করব এটা চিন্তা করি না
He never thought of his aim in life.
He never thought.
No, he doesn't know.
এরকম কোনো আইডিয়া নাই
No idea.
he will do this the whole life
He will keep doing this and maybe save some money. And I asked him, if you can save a good amount of money, what he will do. Then I never thought of that.
so where does he live we also থাকে এই জায়গায়
He lives here.
Here.
Yeah, they sleep in the.
They sleep here.
They have mattress. This is the mattress.
Okay, so they sleep. He doesn't go home, he just
No,
sleeps
he
here.
sleeps.
Now we got to the river part and we are hopping on a boat that will take us to this kind of shipyard, because in Bangladesh that's one of the world's largest places where all the ships are destroyed. We now got by a boat to this place where there are old boats and they are trying to repair it. So like a bunch of people on each boat, they are hammering, getting the rust off and doing some works. It really looks kind of insane. Then right next to it, there are some boats where the people carry on their heads a bunch of bricks and like there's non-stop happening something. Here everywhere there's just garbage and really it's bizarre. But like when I walk through places like this and through Bangladesh, but not only here but other places around the world, it comes back this thought that like there are so many things we take for granted, which we see as completely normal, but then you see how the people live elsewhere, like here in Bangladesh, and you realize that many things which you think are absolute standard, like healthcare, housing, food, clean air, and you realize that's not a thing to take for granted at all, because most of the people here have never even experienced that and probably never will for the rest of their lives. So really, you should be grateful for what you have, because it's definitely not normal. Let's go to school. Hello.
After visiting the school, we kept walking around Dhaka for a bit.
My name is Taijul.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm boosting mama.
Good.
This day was very intense, so after a while, we slowly headed back to our accommodation. The next morning, we headed outside of Dhaka.
So we have just arrived to one of many brick factories that you can find here on the outskirts of Dhaka, and see how they make thousands of bricks like this. And so we're gonna take a look and see the process. You can find similar factories like this also in India or Pakistan. Let's go.
In brick factories like this one, workers make thousands upon thousands of bricks, the backbone of construction projects across Bangladesh. I had seen countless documentaries and videos about these places, but it was a very strange feeling to suddenly see it with my own eyes.
Nice to meet you. This is where the people live, because usually they are not from here, from Dhaka, but they are from other parts of Bangladesh that are even more poor, and they come here only for a limited time, like 6 months, and they live here in these slums right next to the brick factory. Let's now go and see the living conditions.
ছেলে মেয়ে হয়েছে না এখন তো পাচ্ছি না
And now we are going to look directly in the ovens, and this is already a bit dangerous, because if you step in the wrong place, then you can fall directly inside the fire. It's already really hot. And all the people here working, they have sandals from wood, because if they would have plastic, it would melt on the scorching heat there is from the ovens. And they work here all day long. And that's the owner. Seems like it. These people are happy because they still have some job, they have a place to live, they earn a very small amount of money, like $100 a month for working all day long here. But some people don't earn even this. They are even in worse living conditions than this. And we just got, after 1.5 hours through Dhaka traffic, to the outskirts outside of Dhaka, and right now we are hopping on a boat to explore even some Bangladeshi nature. So seeing this contrast, so we will go on this river on the boat and we will visit this island. And we just got to this island. Yeah, compared to Dhaka, this is completely different. Like, no noise, much calmer, people just living their daily life. And now it's Friday, that means that here in Bangladesh it's weekend, a very big contrast. My name is Pavel, what is your name? You're from this island? Nice to meet you.
After wandering around the island, we hopped on the boat back, checked out a bit more of Sonargaon town, and then slowly started making our way back to Dhaka.
See, there's one key difference when you compare Bangladesh or even Pakistan and other Muslim countries to, let's say, India. Because in India, everywhere you go, people just shout at you, they want something from you, they are non-stop offering you everything, and they are not really like smiling, etc. But here in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, other Muslim countries, wherever you go, people are so kind. They don't offer you anything, they just smile, greet you, but they don't hassle you. It's like a whole different world compared to India, where everyone just wants something from you. So you feel much more greeted in countries like this, like here in Bangladesh.
When we got back to Dhaka, we ended up in this huge slum right in the middle of the city. It was a chance to meet more locals and see what life's really like in the slums here. But Dhaka isn't only about the incredible mess, chaos as you've seen so far. There's also a completely different side of Dhaka, full of ultra-modern skyscrapers, luxury cars, TV, billboards, etc., where you feel like in a completely different country. And so, for our last evening, we decided to head out and explore this part of the city to experience a huge contrast to everything we have seen so far.
But Dhaka isn't only about incredible mess you've seen so far, but there's also a completely different side of Dhaka. We are now in this district called Gulshan, which is probably the richest, fanciest district of Dhaka. And here you can find these little billboards, looks almost like Times Square or Shibuya in Tokyo. You have many modern high-rise skyscrapers, and it's like a completely different place.
And just like that, our time in Bangladesh was over. It was probably the most overwhelming and wildest place I've visited so far. The chaos, the noise, the energy, it hits you the moment you arrive and it doesn't stop. It pushes you out of your comfort zone in every possible way. We moved through packed streets, garment factories, slums, and peaceful river towns. Each place showed us a different face of the country. But one thing stayed the same: the people. The people of Bangladesh are some of the kindest people I've ever met. So open, generous, and welcoming, no matter how little they might have. From the outside, it's easy to look at Bangladesh and assume life here must be hard, that people living in such chaos and difficult conditions couldn't possibly be happy. But maybe they are happier than we are. Back home, we have almost everything we could ever need: comfort, safety, freedom. And still, so many of us feel disconnected or unsatisfied. Here, even with far less, there's a sense of joy, pride, and togetherness that's hard to ignore. We take so many things for granted: clean air, healthcare, drinkable water, a safe place to sleep. But in the end, happiness isn't always about what we have. It's about how we see the world, how we treat each other, and what we choose to value. Goodbye, Bangladesh, and see you on the next adventure.